good morning. I love this shot of the skyline. 35E at Colorado. You can see all those drivers heading northbound into downtown. All we're seeing right now, 635 in Coit, is fog and brakes. Kind of a mess.
We have a mannequin challenge going on, I think, right now. And it's done.
That's all we're going to do, the whole traffic report, because there's not that much going on. We are still dealing with that emergency pothole situation. I-20 westbound on Dowdy Ferry. 2 left lanes get by. This icon right here, this is a car fire at Ross off of the interstate.
Guy in the picture is singer Richard Marx.
Good morning, guys. He was right there waiting for them. Can we cue up that hit? Usually they get interrupted with a fire call.
Yeah.
All right, roads, not so great. This is 35E at Valwood Parkway, still dealing with a crash here in the northbound lanes. We had one just ahead of it at Crosby, but that one did clear. So here's where that's at, north of Farmers Branch. Hi, when you see this, your jaw is going to drop. Take a look at 35E at Walnut Hill. It's barely moving. Use Harry Hines.
What am I doing to myself?
Yeah.
We are halfway through. Good morning, guys. Here's another look at 35E and Walnut Hill. We do have a crash here, southbound lanes. We had the 2 right lanes blocked. This is the backup 30 eastbound at Cockrell Hill. We do have a crash there. I'm going to point it out in just a second. Some good news, actually great news. Looks so much better. Dallas North Tollway northbound and southbound. We've still got some backup there. This is up in Collin County approaching 121. If you run into that, just take Preston. Good morning and welcome to CBS 11 News this morning at 7. I'm Vanessa Brown. It is 9 degrees in here. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this exhibit. Good morning, Russ. We are on the tollway heading north toward Plano. Here's what it looks like. This thing is legendary, so giddy up because tickets sell out fast. And Russ, this isn't your average groundbreaking. We're inside the tent where the event will get underway, and take a look at how elaborate it is. The bell rang at this middle school at 3:45. About 5 minutes later, a 13-year-old girl was standing on the corner waiting for her mom when the man approached.
Vanessa.
That's right, 2 people dead. We're still working to learn what exactly happened, but police tell us no one else is in danger because they do have a person of interest in custody. For a few hours this morning, these kiosks were not working. Delta passengers being told to go directly to the ticket counter. A lot of frustrated passengers here, and I want to show you this too. We've seen a handful of travelers. Grapevine police telling us just within the last hour, she is 24-year-old Jacqueline Vandegrift of Frisco. Now, police also made an arrest. We are at Parkland, still a heavy police presence here. That first DART officer to die in the line of duty, Brent Thompson, 43 years old. And the heartbreak really being felt across North Texas and beyond. A sea of blue here at police headquarters for those fallen officers. That is Air Force 2 right there, carrying Vice President Joe Biden. This is Air Force 1. You know, they don't fly in the same plane for security reasons. Now we have a lot of families out here. Quite a party this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to CBS 11 News this morning at 8. I'm Vanessa Brown. Jennifer Lindgren has the day off. Well, you may want to grab that umbrella if you have outdoor plans this weekend. Rain is on the way. Meteorologist Jeff Ray is in our weather center with a first look at the forecast. Well, if you're a local baseball fan, some great news. The Texas Rangers are the American League West Division champs. The Rangers clinched the title for the 2nd year in a row, Friday night beating the Oakland Athletics 3-0. Fans are expected to line up to get their hands on AL West Division championship clothing today.
Don't shoot him. He has no weapon. He has no weapon.
Protesters marched to the streets of Charlotte, North Carolina for a 4th night. They are demanding police release their videos of the police shooting of Keith Lamont Scott. In Ohio, a funeral will be held today for a 13-year-old boy shot and killed by police. Tyree King will be laid to rest in Columbus this morning. A warning for those who use the Katy Trail in Dallas. Police say a jogger was robbed Thursday night around 10:30. A big change to your credit report starting today. Until now, when you applied for a mortgage, lenders looked at your credit as sort of a snapshot in time. The new National Museum of African American History and Culture opens its doors to the public today. A North Texas police officer is being credited for saving the day and likely a woman's new job. It was Jennifer Howard Thompson's first day on the job. Imagine, I swear, police help me out. All right, let's talk about the forecast now. I'm Vanessa Brown. Jennifer Lindgren has the day off. Parts of North Texas are waking up to rain this morning. Thank you, Jeff. Storms causing a headache for some. This is one of those house fires we were talking about. The weather also causing problems for this weekend's balloon festival in Plano. 2 more launches scheduled for today. Weather grounded balloons late Friday and Saturday. The sentencing phase begins tomorrow in the trial of Enrique Arochi. Last week, jurors found Arochi guilty of the aggravated kidnapping of Christina Morris. A top honor in Arlington. Superintendent of the Year, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos, beat out 4 other finalists to be named top in Texas. NATA Campaign 2016, the first presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, is a little more than 36 hours away. Many in the Midwest bracing for flooding as storms continue. Iowa's governor already issuing emergency disaster proclamations for 13 counties. Well, Jeff, I heard the thunder last night. Hopefully nothing serious like that headed our way.
You lost electricity briefly at your house, you're telling me?
Briefly. You know, you woke up, you got to change all the clocks again, but no complaints. People dealing with something much more serious.
Number one, of course, the amazing fundraising that's going to be taking place for the Make-A-Wish organization.
The right way, not cheating.
Sean,
that fast.
Sean, one of our directors, tried it. He said it was cool.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
I like the idea. I love a challenge.
I like the panic button, just in case.
The nation's oldest student loan program is now over. Good evening, and thanks for joining us.
The federal Perkins loan program recently came to an end after 57 years.
Congress let it lapse. So what does this mean for current and future college students? Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Marlena Thornton has more in tonight's top story. Well, Karen, 4 people were taken to the hospital after the Facebook fight erupted in front of this house. Lisa Coleman recorded the shouting just seconds before gunfire sent her ducking for cover.
It was like something you would see on the first 48. It was so scary.
Police say a social media exchange sparked the blow-up, words strong enough to send 9 people from Dallas to confront 7 at this home on Hawthorne. They say it escalated when someone in the Allen group showed an airsoft rifle, triggering someone from the Dallas crew to open fire shortly before midnight.
I heard this one guy saying, "Oh, you want some of this? You want some of this? I can get you too." And then that's when you heard about 8 rounds of gunshots.
All 4 people hit transported with non-life-threatening injuries, at least 3 of them out of the hospital. 16 involved in all, guys and girls, at least some of them teenagers, one of them a senior in high school that Coleman knows well.
And when they was putting her in the ambulance, I kind of waved at her and said, "It's going to be okay," you know. And I was crying, she was crying and screaming, you know, from pain.
The good news is, if there's any good news in this, is the people that were responsible for it are being detained or in custody.
Neighbors tell us the rental home is a magnet for trouble.
They always seem to have issues over there.
Coleman estimates more than a dozen calls to police about it in the last 5 years. As we mentioned, investigators are still out here. Of the 9 people detained, at least one of them has been arrested right now. We know that is a 20-year-old charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but police tell us more arrests could be coming. Live in Allen, Vanessa Brown, CBS 11 News. The lines are growing along with frustration, but now that the commuters are back up and running, Delta employees have been walking the lines, passing out snacks to keep passengers happy.
Which departs at noon.
3789, but there on the board it's still saying 10:11 a.m.
Exactly, on time. So
yeah, Delta's telling us that the board isn't right. Mike Fuentes, one of many travelers greeted by confusion at Delta check-in.
It sucks. It really does.
James Wiggins is another.
It said on my phone that the airline was sending things out to the customers, but I didn't receive anything.
Hat in hand, Michelle Smith was ready to leave for St. Thomas around 5 a.m.
Well, he said they're running on time.
The airline not telling her she's delayed.
The kiosks were down and some of their internet's down, they said, but other than that, no issues. They have a backup, they said.
Her daughter finding out from us.
I mean, it's just kind of annoying that they didn't tell us.
Their first leg to Atlanta pushed back more than 3 hours. For a few hours this morning, these kiosks were not working. Delta passengers being told to go directly to the ticket counter, but things seem to be back up and running now. Delta confirming the fix around 7:30 a.m. A ground stop that was in place now lifted. The airline slowly getting back on track with thousands of passengers left in limbo.
And then we're just sitting here like trying to really wondering what's going on. So we're just waiting to see if we're going to make our flight.
We are seeing flights take off from here. Delta says it is issuing a refund for ones that were canceled or significantly delayed. And if you were affected, you can change your flight up until Friday without a fee. At DFW, Vanessa Brown, CBS 11 News. Pilger took a direct hit from the tornado, but residents say it was actually dueling twisters that barreled through their town, powerful enough to uproot major trees and twist metal.
You don't have minutes. You have seconds.
It's ripping up a whole town
What's left behind in this small Nebraska town, many describe as a war zone, brought on by a double dose of nature.
It's something I've never seen before. It has occurred in the past, but it's incredibly rare.
It took Pilger and these residents by storm. What is left of your house?
We'll go clear to the corner, take a look, just the foundation.
Village Chairman Jim Duncan lost the only home he's known since 1945. He saw the tornado coming and took cover with his sister and nephew.
There's no partitions in the basement, so we stood in the middle, window popped out, the house was gone.
Covered in debris.
Bump on the head.
And a bit beaten up.
And a little scratch over here. Something must have hit me in the back. It's a little sore.
They made it out together. Another fortunate tale just one door down. The homeowner has lived here for 22 years. He didn't have much of a basement, so when he heard the tornado sirens go off, he decided to walk right across the way to his neighbor's house where he took shelter. And amazingly, that home's still standing.
It was right here. That's the floor there, and part of the roof is over there, and a few sidewalls here.
Larry Nelson lost his walls along with his birth certificate, but he found pictures and true friends.
Real good neighbors. We help each other out.
I prayed very hard that we would be safe, and I think God granted my prayers.
A town nearly wiped off the map, but a community that will rebuild it. In Pilger, Vanessa Brown, Channel 8 Eyewitness News. Ever heard of pulling G's? This is what it looks like, 5.4 to be exact. But before we get to this, we have to start here at training.
When he says eject, 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 on the third eject, he's gonna pull onto his handle.
Flying with the Blue Angels is the opportunity of a lifetime, but knowing you're about to flirt with the speed of sound in an FA-18 Hornet,
I'm nervous. I am nervous.
Can be terrifying, especially when it goes 0 to 500 feet in 1 second at takeoff.
I'm gonna let him go for the full experience because I want to get the best video. Gotta do that. So if it's like that, that's all right. We'll do it.
After some advice from the pilot.
And about every 4 to 5 seconds, we'll do a quick, short exchange of air. So, and we call it the hick maneuver.
Let's practice that real quick.
All right, go ahead, squeeze those legs, take a deep breath. Ready, hit it. Hick.
And some Top Gun moments. I'm ready to strap in.
Main thing that's going to keep you in the seat, so we want to make sure that this is snug but not too uncomfortable.
Ready for this wild ride.
Hi, Vanessa, you all set?
Yep. Heck yeah.
All right, heck yeah, there it is. All right, go ahead, squeeze those legs. Take a deep breath. Ready, hit it. All right, you can relax.
And that's what pulling 5Gs feels like. Incredible pressure while climbing at speeds up to 650 miles per hour.
As you sit there, the G-forces, it translates along your body, so it wants to pull the fluids in your body down towards your feet as you pull more Gs.
Ready, hit it.
I gave it my best shot. I didn't pass out like many people do, but after some barrel rolls, my stomach rolled.
We'll take it easy on the G for a minute.
After a little breather, we were back at it again.
All right, so full afterburner, lower the nose, you'll feel a little light here.
The pilot, aka Blue Angel number 7, took me for a slow ride to feel negative Gs. We dropped down to 120 miles per hour, then sped back up.
250 knots in 9 seconds.
After about 45 minutes and another upside down maneuver.
So we're upside down here.
Oh, that's nuts.
It was time to get back on land.
Landing. When we were joking, we strapped in 2 plastic bags in case I got sick. I was saying, oh, I don't think I'm going to use them. I use them both.
A small price to pay to soar with the Angels.
And thank you for running with us.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
In Lincoln, Vanessa Brown, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.